without Detroit, jazz would not be the same. And what's particularly interesting about jazz from Detroit is the way in which the social, cultural, sort of economic factors of the city produce this explosion of jazz talent at mid-century. And then over the course of the next 60, 70 years, we have continued to produce graduated great musicians to the national scene, even as the economic power of the city has declined and the population has declined. So there are interesting reasons for that, and that's part of the trajectory of the book too.
Yeah, jazz, of course, does not start in Detroit, but it comes here pretty early. And talk about jazz sort of taking root in Detroit, as you say, in the middle of the century, why that happens, and sort of the contribution that the city makes to the art form.
Well, the first thing to remember is that we in Detroit were one of the great beneficiaries of the Great Migration.
Yes.
That brought hundreds of thousands of African Americans to Detroit in the first half of the 20th century. And so jazz, as a cultural expression of African Americans, becomes very early on becomes central to the city.